I used to be King James only, but now I've discovered that I actually hate the King James Bible. Actually, that's not true. Questioning a couple of things that we have traditionally accepted, well, traditionally accepted back to like, what, the 90s? Two things. And now I'm getting all these comments that people are like, man, you used to be so good. Why are you straying on all of these points? Why are you giving up, the King James only farm? Do you even believe in God anymore? And yes, I'm still King James only. The reason why I'm getting these comments is because I'm starting to ask questions. Somebody recently took a huge issue with me because I'm questioning King James only beliefs. Yeah, I think that we need to be asking questions. I think we always need to be asking the right questions, and sometimes the right questions are difficult questions. They're nuanced answers. I still believe the King James Bible is the Word of God for English-speaking people. Do I believe that it is evil for a typo to exist? I don't. I'm sure that my personal Bible, my Remarkable Bible, King James Bible, has some typos in it. I'm okay with that. Would I still believe that it is the infallible Word of God? Yeah. So, got that out of the way. Sam Gipp used to always say that we need to be able to hand the perfect Word of God to somebody. And how are you going to hand him the perfect Word of God if the only perfect Word of God was the original manuscripts? Okay. Same guy. Same Sam Gipp. And I am criticizing his belief. I am not questioning that God has preserved his Word. Obviously, I believe that. Obviously. It's not the point. At the same time, you'll ask him, well, where was the perfect Bible before 1611? And he'll say, well, there wasn't one. Oh, well, let's see. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from when? From this generation forever? Sam Gipp's answer is that there was a time when there was no Bible. There was a time before the Old Testament was written. There was a time before the New Testament was written. So that means that it's okay that there's a time before there's a perfect Bible. He does not claim that it's re-inspired either. And this is the big point. Because he doesn't think that it was re-inspired. There was a time before the Bible had been inspired, but guess what? It has. If you're going to demand that there be a perfect copy available in somebody's hand, in somebody's language, that they can hold up and they can, declare is the perfect Word of God, then I'm sorry, you can't use that verse. The Word of God has been preserved from this generation when it was written, when it was inspired, forever. Trying to use that verse, but you can't use it until after 1611. Or after April 28th, 1850, when all of the typos were removed. I've got a problem with that. I see the inconsistency in it. Sam Gipp apparently does not see the inconsistency in it. I posted about this. Most people seem to have missed the point of the video. It was called, Was there no perfect Bible before 1611 or something to that effect? I had Sam Gipp on the thumbnail. Everybody that commented, pretty much everybody said either, yeah, I'm struggling with that too. Or they said, oh, well, you can't question preservation because the Bible was preserved across all manuscripts and translations throughout all of history and time until 1611 when it was all brought together in the perfect Bible. And now we demand that you be able to hold up a book and say, this is the infallible Word of God. And I would still say that my King James Bible is the Word of God. It still doesn't have any translation errors in it. It still doesn't have any extra verses, any missing verses. I questioned whether or not Lucifer in the King James Bible, in Isaiah 14:12, whether or not it is a New Age translation in modern versions when they say that Lucifer is the day star. I am not advocating that it be changed to day star. It could possibly be one of the key terms that are mentioned in the New Order of Barbarians, and I would have a big problem with changing it. I'm questioning the King James-only viewpoint that is only as old as I am. It has been about 30 years, and that's it. That people have been saying that Daystar is a New Age translation. If you think that the translation Daystar or Morning Star is a big pagan New Age conspiracy translation or something like this, I would encourage you to go look at the Matthew's Bible. And I would recommend that you go look at the Geneva Bible, which was the translation just before the King James Bible, which generally agree with the King James Bible. And unlike some of my King James only brethren, I do not believe they are abominations and that they are not the Bible and stuff like this. I would go to them and I would look and I would see for yourself, oh wow, they agree with the King James in this spot. They both say Lucifer, just like the Bible, just like the King James Bible does. But then they add a note. They add a note in their margin, which obviously, please, of course it's not inspired. We all know this. But you go and read that note that they include in their margin. I made a post about it. It's on our YouTube channel. It's also on our Facebook page. Go read those notes. This idea that it's a New Age translation will be borne aloft on the bubbles of emotion and preconceived prejudice. I appreciate you guys watching the video. And on we go to the next one. Before I go, I just want to mention one thing. One of the main reasons why I'm digging in and starting to question a lot of what I've believed and what I've been taught and things like this is because I've been examining one chapter in a book called New Age Bible Versions by Gail Ripplinger, which I promoted for about 15 years. I'm starting to examine one chapter, every single point given in the chapter. And looking at it very closely, nothing has panned out. Not one single statement has been factual. It's all been twisted and distorted in some way to fit the desired narrative. And I'm very disappointed in that. So that's causing me to ask a lot of difficult questions, but I hope I'll be asking the right questions. And I'll let you know what we find out, how it all works out. So stay tuned.